to give our guys credit for just sticking and hanging in there. And obviously, the first half offensively, we were not a very good offensive team. And, going into the game, I thought that was one of the areas that we could, help them with and score some points. But they just physically on our wings would not let us get the ball anywhere close to where we wanted it. And it made our offense look really, really bad. And so at halftime, we went with, a kind of a different lineup, I guess, but it was probably more of a driving with D'Angelo in the ball game and Belial. And so, we spread it out a little bit and got some penetration and then ran a few things that got Quentin some wide open looks, and he just happened to make some of them. But I think more than anything, though, defensively is what probably won the game, because if we wouldn't have defended the way we did the first half, it would have been a 25-point ball game at halftime. And so you got to give our guys credit also. So I thought that the difference was we struggled so much to score, but we got 2 or 3 turnovers that gave us some easy baskets by Tez and D'Angelo and Quentin and Belial, and that kind of got us back into the ball game. So overall, again, I'm just so proud of these guys, because their back was against the wall, down 14, down 11 with something like 5 to go, down 6 with a minute 40 or so to go in overtime, and found a way to get some open looks, and they made the shots, and then they got the defensive rebound. So.
Questions? What'd you draw up there with 17 seconds or whatever it was?
In regulation? No, in overtime, what we wanted to do, I went with 5 guards. There was 6 seconds separating the shot clock, though, and the game clock. And so I decided to go with that because I know I wanted to penetrate. In overtime, I would have liked to have had Q penetrate, especially with that guy, because I thought he could beat him off the dribble, and that's why we spread out. But I just got 2 guys in the corner, 2 guys wide, and they left the big guy, Kessen's in the ball game. And what I really would have liked to have done is got him out on the perimeter with D'Angelo, but it ended up in Tez's hands, and I just told Tez to drive it. And if they collapse on it, I've got shooters in both corners and both wings, and just jump stop and kick it out there and let's see what happens. I was concerned with 6 seconds to go what would happen on the other end. That's a lot of time. But I just went with the best offensive team at that time, and obviously we just got lucky. I mean, Tez got the offensive board and then loose ball, and D'Angelo just went and got it. He had a better shot, out of the corner. I mean, wide open. But I guess if he'd have done that, then I guess, they still had a timeout. And so my thinking was if we did score with 6 or 7, they might call a timeout that would allow me to get some guys in. And so, that's a lot. Okay.
How about Quentin stepping up at time, down 6, whatever it was?
We're moving him around so much, and I moved him in there. We ran 2 special plays that got him what we call, one of them was Horn's diagonal crack, that, he doesn't take the back screen. He comes off of a crack screen, and a forward guarding him. He lost him, and so he got that shot. And then we came back with a drag pin down where Tez came off, Eddie slipped the screen and went down screen for Q and brought him up off of it, and he got the open look at the top of the key. So, he made the shots.
With this win, how important would it be for the seniors to go with another win?
Oh, sure it is. I mean, again, that puts us in better shape for making the conference tournament, but doesn't guarantee anything. But you got one last home ball game, and as I told people, you're talking about basically 4 seniors, not counting, including Corey. But guys that came here when everybody that was recruiting them, and coaches and everybody tell them don't come here. And they because not knowing what was going to happen, and they still made a decision to come here. They're all going to leave here with their degree. And more importantly, they could have left. They could have left this year and went. They could have left last year, and they didn't. And, I just can't imagine, if you're a true Southern Miss fan, that you don't appreciate that. And for there not to be a heck of a crowd Saturday night, I won't know what to think. I know we haven't won many ball games, but you're talking about three guys that's going to be on that basketball court that's represented your school the way any coach would want you to represent them. It's not their fault we hadn't won many games, because they've played their tails off. But for them to put on Southern Miss uniforms when everybody was telling them not to come here, and they still did it, I just can't imagine. I cannot imagine that this place won't have an unbelievable crowd to show their appreciation if you're a true Southern Miss fan. And that's the way I feel.
Quentin talked about that was his first real dog pile up with the players after the game. As a coach, what did it feel like seeing your players get together like that?
Well, first of all, I thought some of them got off the bench a little too quick, and it looked like we had about 8 guys on the floor. And but yeah, that's exciting. That's what college athletics are supposed to be about. Again, this group of guys has not had a lot of things to celebrate. They really haven't. And to the next to last home game, to be able to do that, that's something they'll remember for the rest of their life. So it's kind of neat.
Anything else? Coach, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congrats.
Thank y'all so much.